everyone. Welcome to my video. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of October 2021. My name is Dan Guitar from Thailand. In this video, I'd like to talk about the true Dhamma or Nirvana for only people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who wants to attain Nirvana in this life, you have to listen to me early. Because I am Arhan in Thailand. You can rely on me because I try to help you to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety. I teach you for free, no charge. Please bear in mind. The topic to speak in this video, let's take a look. The topic to speak in this video, I say, word Dukkha in Buddhism is Pali language. It doesn't mean suffering in English as you understand. Wow! Topic to speak in this video, the topic to speak in this video. I say, the word Dukkha in Buddhism is Pali language. It doesn't mean suffering in English as you understand. Please bear in mind. Why do I say that? Before talking about that, let's take a look. India, let's take a look. India has been birthplace of Buddhism for more than 2,500 years. The teaching of Buddhism is Pali language. It is not English. Therefore, the word Dukkha in the teaching of Buddhism is Pali language. Don't translate the word Dukkha in Pali into English because Dukkha doesn't mean suffering in English. Please bear in mind. And the contents in Buddhism not for learning, not for conversation or debate, but it explains something which has no fictitious language, and it must borrow the fictitious language to explain. This thing we named Dukkha in Pali. It doesn't mean suffering in English. The word Dukkha is everything in this world is a mental phenomenon, which is not impermanent because it's deteriorated all the time. And let's take a look. Whether you are the Thais or Westerners or foreigners, you may be too stupid to understand Buddhism. There are many contents in Buddhism. These contents are not intended to be studied or debated, but it is meant to describe the state of that have no content at all, and must borrow the language to say. This state is the word Dukkha in Pali language. If you are just a person who wants to study various stories in Buddhism, you have foolish beliefs to decide Buddhism is a philosophy or just a way of life. This is because you lack wisdom and are too stupid to understand. When you die, you will go to hell. Please bear in mind. You know, I am Arhan in Thailand. I'm ready to help everyone on this earth to attain a nice life. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in the video. When you listen to me, you must be brought by the tradition and without prejudice to me. because I don't teach you anything. I say I have to borrow the fictional language to create content and story to talk to you for understanding about the various ideas or thought processes. In reality, the true Dharma in Buddhism is not about suffering. As I told you, the word Dukkha is Pali language. It doesn't mean suffering in English. Can you understand me? The word Dukkha is Pali language. The teaching in Buddhism is Pali language. The word Dukkha, it doesn't mean suffering in English. It's not about suffering because our true self, it doesn't really exist. No one suffers, no one is happy because our true self, it doesn't really exist. As I told you, the word Dukkha in Buddhism is mean everything on this earth is soulless. It's not an ego. The word Dukkha in Buddhism is mean everything on this earth is soulless. It's not an ego. Our true self, it doesn't really exist. The true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence. Hey, Tiger, can you understand me? The word in Buddhism, the true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence. Can you understand me? Because our true self, it doesn't really exist. What you see over here now, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean human being, it doesn't mean an animal, it doesn't mean a tiger say and it doesn't mean a dog say ho, and it doesn't mean a cat say meow, and it doesn't mean a goat say ba, and it doesn't mean an animal. It doesn't mean a shark. A shark say shark. A shark say shark. Just kidding. A shark say shark. The true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence because our true self, it doesn't really exist. The word I, you, we, they, this, that, those, he, she is such the belief in the meaning of the fictional language. Where can I find our true self? The word our true self is just not what to say. The word our true self, the word I, you, we, they, this, that, those. It's just the belief in the meaning of the fictional language, as I told you. The true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of mind, the floatable truth. The floatable truth. The first truth is Dukkha. The first truth is Dukkha. The word Dukkha, it doesn't mean suffering in English. The word Dukkha is Pali language. If you can't understand in this talk, suffering, depression and anxiety, anger, happiness, it doesn't really exist as well because no one suffers, no one is happy. Where can I find the meaning of suffering? Where can I find the meaning of happiness? Where can I find the meaning of depression and anxiety? Something which happened in the thought. It doesn't mean ruminating. It doesn't mean repetitive thought. It doesn't mean anger. It doesn't mean suffering. It doesn't mean happiness. Something which happened in the thought is thought. The thought talks to the thought. The thought, it doesn't belong to anyone on this earth. The story in this talk, I want you to understand about the various idea or thought process, because the idea is a heart of quenching of false suffering. Everything is caused by the thought process. Everything are caused by the thought process. The thought process is natural. The thought process, it doesn't belong to anyone on this earth. The thought is just a thought. What you see over here now, it doesn't mean a man who is standing. It doesn't mean a man who is playing a guitar. It doesn't mean a man who is singing, "The young one, darling were the young one." Ha ha! It doesn't mean a man who is singing, "What goes up must come down, spinning wheel." Ha ha! Just kidding. Ha ha! Let's get back. Let's get back to learn to Dhamma. The topic to speak in this video, I say, the word Dukkha in Buddhism is Pali language. It doesn't mean suffering in English as we understand. Now you can understand me. I hope that if you are a smart person who can understand in this talk, suffering, depression and anxiety, anger will fade away by itself because our self it doesn't really exist. As I told you, our true self it doesn't really exist. And the true Dhamma in Buddhism we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence because our self it doesn't really exist. Can you understand me? And the word Dukkha is mean everything on this earth is solid. The word Dukkha mean everything on this earth is just something which happened to the micro awareness. The word Dukkha mean, may I say simply, the word Dukkha is mean what you see over here now is the nature. Nature is aware of nature. The nature is changed all the time. The nature is deteriorated all the time. The nature is changed all the time. Can you understand me? But I say, can you understand me? The true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence because our true self it doesn't really exist. And the word Dukkha, it doesn't mean anything, it's not mean anything. The word Dukkha is Dukkha. Dukkha is mean everything on this earth is solid, it's not an ego. Can you understand me? The word Dukkha is Dukkha. The word Dukkha, it doesn't mean we suffer, I suffer, you suffer. No, not at all. The word Dukkha is Dukkha, not about suffering. Suffering, it doesn't really exist. Happiness, it doesn't really exist. Depression and anxiety, it doesn't really exist. Because our full self, it doesn't really exist. And the most important is, please bear in mind, the word Dukkha is Pali language. It doesn't mean suffering in English as we understand it. Please bear in mind.